So we started the anti-roll bar today. We got everything unpackaged, and we got the exhaust cut off because, as per normal, I welded it when I put it together. And it was only a couple weeks ago I got the Warlock cutout mufflers, and when I was putting them on, I was like, hey, this will be cool if I just weld them up. So I welded them on, and was the first thing I needed to do for the anti-roll bar was cut the tailpipes off. So standard operating procedure for me. Show you guys a little bit of what's going on in case you haven't seen this before. But the frame area where the anti-roll bar is going to go is right up there. See that little spot I cleaned up? And then the brackets will go on the rear there. And I had to drop the tailpipes and move some brake lines and do a bunch of other stuff to get all this to work. So this is the anti-roll bar, and I've got the ends and bearings on, and got the end links set up. So tomorrow the plan will be to get it set up in there and just tack weld the plates in place of the bearings, and tack weld the brackets to the rear for the end links. And then I'll probably have a buddy of mine come by and MIG it in. He's got a bigger machine, and I want this to be clean and right, and I'm a bit of a butcher, so I want to make sure that it's, have him double check my measurements and make sure everything's right and the travel's right and the upper control arm preloader's right and all that stuff. And he's good at that. So I think I was going to show you guys what it took to get these tires under here. And what I was talking about in my other video with changing the instant center, this is our control arm relocation bracket here. So it allowed me to drop this lower control arm down to get that to get my instant center up more towards the center of gravity of the car. Because when they're up in the normal spot, the stock location here, when you draw your center line off of the lower control arm and then you draw your center line off of the upper control arm, it winds up being well below the center of gravity of the car, which makes the rear compress when you come off the trans brake. It squashes down the tires. So that was one of the things that you really got to do if you're going to run a big tire on these cars. And of course, the quad shock's gone. We made all sorts of. I'll probably have the wheels off it tomorrow while we're doing the welding, and I'll show you what areas of the wheel well had to be bashed. And of course, the fender lip is pretty much gone. I cut a lot of it and then rolled the remainder of it, so I had a nice smooth area. But that's the progress we made for now, and tomorrow we'll show you the welding process.